So I'm gonna make multiple tier lists. We're gonna do the clicker tier list today. My Lizard Brain loves tier lists. Hell yeah. Um, all right. Hello and welcome to my clicker tier list. So this is how good is each hero in Dota good at being a right clicker in ability drafts. Um, so this is only going to be, let's say that you just know you're going to be a right click carry. You first picked, I don't know, Mortal Strike. Second pick, Elder Dragon form. For some reason, they let you get both of those, and you're like, God damn, I'm just going to be a clicker. Which hero do I want to be? Right, and you've got your choice of models. You're choosing between a couple different ones, and which one's the better right click carry? Um, Starting us off is Abaddon. Abaddon is has some redeeming qualities as a right click carry. He is um let me pull him up on screen. Where did this go? Hello? Hello? There we go. Skipped a few minutes. Why did I change the list? We are doing just right click carries right now. All right. So, how good is Abaddon as a right clicker? He has one redeeming quality as a right clicker, which is that he has 1.5 base attack time. I guess two. He's also fast. His stat gain is very bad. He's melee. In the current patch in 7.41b is where we're at. Is that where we're at? D. Oh my god, I've not been paying attention to letter patches. Uh, Ranged carries are much better than melee carries right now, especially with the addition of Hydra's Breath. Has made ranged carries much more dominant. So with that said, we Abaddon will be our first addition to. I'm gonna put him in C tier. He is playable, but you do not want to be Abaddon. Alchemist. Alchemist has one big redeeming quality, which is his innate. His innate gives you Grievel's Greed. So when you farm as Alchemist, you get more gold. So if you have something like Empower, you have Great Cleave, you have Tree Grab, these kinds of spells that let you really, really accelerate your farm, especially if you can also manage to pick up Mobility, and then you maybe third pick your model of Alchemist, you can really, really go crazy. That said, the stat gain is pretty mediocre. I'm gonna go invis here. Invisible. That way people don't invite me. And the stat gain's pretty mediocre. There's no talents that are relevant, probably. You'd much rather have Chemrage if you're picking a carry, right? If we're talking about things, Alchemists in the pool, what do you want to be picking if you're trying to go carry? It is Chemrage. Alchemist is mediocre. He goes above Abaddon in B tier. Oh, I could do this entirely in game. That's a good idea. All right, sure. Abba and Alk. All right. Up next, we have. Wait, how do I find Anti-Mage? Anti-Mage is actually a pretty decent. Actually, we're gonna put him in. He's gonna end up in B tier here. And if we hit enter, we'll look at his stats. Yes? No? Oh, you have to hit save changes. That's annoying. Anti-Mage has one big redeeming quality as a right-click carry, which is that he has pretty good base attack time, 1.4. His agi gain is pretty good at 2.6, 2.8. Not great, but very playable. Decent move speed, actually pretty good move speed. In a lot of ways, he's similar to Abba, except Abba has a bad attack animation, worse base attack time, and much lower agility gain. Agility gain is very important for right-click carries since you need attack speed if you want to right-click. Up next, oh, if we go back here, up next, we have Ancient Apparition. Ancient Apparition is, sadly, not in F tier. I want to put him in F tier, but he's not. He's in D tier. Ancient Apparition has one redeeming quality as a right-click carry, which is that he has 675 attack range. His agility gain is not bad enough to put him in garbage tier. He is playable. His innate is usually not relevant for right-click carries, but every now and then if you get like Dragon Form, you got damage over time, it'll apply Bone Chill, which will slow them down and remove their strength. Anti-Mage we already did. Arc Warden. Arc Warden is actually a very solid right clicker. He is going to be our first addition to A tier. Arc Warden has 625 attack range, very good. 300 move speed. He's a universal hero. We haven't talked about which base attribute you want to be as a right click carry. Typically, you want to be strength, agility, or universal. Of the three, my personal preference is agility because I love just big damage. I think almost all of the best right-click carries in the game are agility. Agility lets you simultaneously build attack speed, armor, and damage. But universal's probably second. Getting damage from all three attributes at a decent ratio. It pushes you towards building certain items. You're a little bit more likely to build all stat items like Scotty, Lincoln's, Manta, Sanjin Yasha, those types of things are a little bit better on the universal carries compared to agility, strength, or intelligence. Up next is Axe. Axe is not a good right clicker. He's got pretty good move speed. He's decently tanky. He's got nice base regen. Level 1 regen is nice. But his agility gain is quite bad. He has no talents. His innate is not relevant. So he is going to go in C tier. He's actually a worse right-click carry than Abba, which is not good. He's quite bad. Bane. Bane is fast. He gets a nice move speed talent at level 20 as well. Becomes very fast for a ranged hero. Okay range. He's universal. Thankfully, they got rid of his innate that made him a worse right clicker. He used to have all of his stats forced to be exactly equal to each other. Now you can build agility and get attack speed and build strength and get HP. He is okay. He's a little better than okay. In fact, he's going to go in B tier. I'm not sure if I would put him above or below Alchemist. I think I'm going to put him above. Being ranged is a big advantage in the current patch. We've been talking about that. Being fast. In certain drafts, you would want to pick Alchemist. Alchemist can be a little somewhat variable in how good he is, depending on what abilities are available. Batrider. Batrider is similar to Bane in a lot of ways. Similar stat growth. Similarly fast, similar attack range. His level 1 damage is terrible, absolutely awful. However, Batrider gets an innate that can be very strong. So Batrider's attacks apply a debuff that deal damage over time. And that, with the right abilities, can be really broken. So if you do this with like Sleight of Fist or Mortal Strike or God's Rebuke, these abilities that let you do one attack that deal a ton of damage, then all of a sudden this innate can multiply that damage by 1.4, right? 20% is magic damage over 2 seconds, and give you some damage flexibility that can't just build armor against you, you're also dealing magic damage. That said, the level 1 damage can really hurt you on Batrider, but he is probably at the bottom of A tier. He's pretty good, but the level 1 damage is the sort of thing that keeps him from being either higher in A tier. He's probably going to be pretty close to the bottom of A tier or making it into S tier. His damage is multiplied by 1.4, but only the first auto attack. Right? It doesn't. Reapplying the debuff doesn't let you just always deal 1.4x damage. But with something like Sleight of Fist, right, you get 140 bonus hero damage on the Sleight of Fist hit. That damage gets multiplied by 1.4, which is quite strong. Up next is Beastmaster. Beastmaster is pretty bad. Medium stack. Let me rephrase that. He's not pretty bad. He's very average. He's got pretty average stat gain, mediocre move speed. He's melee, low base armor. He's got a pretty good innate though. You get 3 bonus attack speed per level, so it's almost like you have a good agility gain on Beastmaster. So he is gonna go. He's gonna go in B tier, but I'm not sure where. Is he above or below Anti-Mage? I think he's worse than Alchemist. Is he above or worse than Anti-Mage? I'm gonna put him below Anti-Mage. I'm an Anti-Mage believer. Up next is Bloodseeker. Bloodseeker has pretty good stat gain across the board. He's an agility hero. He is slow, but his innate is really good. So if you can fix his mobility, Bloodseeker is actually one of the best all-round models. Normally you have Thirst, so you're very fast, but as a right-clicker, you're an agility hero with decent stat gain, so that can be quite strong. You are melee, and you are slow. So those are the sort of things you have to look out for. That said, your damage output should be pretty good. He's going to join Batrider in A tier. Yeah, he also has pretty decent talents. He's got health at level 10 and agility at level 20. The agility one at level 20 or 20 is pretty bad. It makes up for, making him sort of medium agility growth into pretty good. He's going to go at the bottom of A tier, joining the Batrider. There are situations where Bloodseeker is very good, though. The sustain in particular, if you know you're going to be in a rough lane matchup, can really, really fix bad lanes. All right, Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter is very fast, good base attack time, really good base armor, and then pretty bad stat gain that's kind of keeping him out from being great. Level 10 talent of 30 gold is actually very good. The early damage talents, for most heroes, if you just sort of in general get some stats, level 10 talents can really change how you play the hero. Something like a level 20 or a 25 talent, most games don't get to that point in time, and so it's a lot harder to game plan around something that you're not going to have access to for 2/3, 3/4, maybe the entire game. But level 10, you're going to make it to level 10. So, if you can get something that he multiplies all the steroids that you get. So you get Fiery Soul, you get bonus damage, you get crits, Omni Slash, things like that. He's in a lot of ways sort of a budget Juggernaut, which we will get to. And Juggernaut's very good. Juggernaut's like the good version of Anti-Mage, which we haven't gotten to, or which we've already done. Where would I put Bounty Hunter on the tier list, though? I'm actually going to move some people down in the tier list. All right, AA, congratulations. We're gonna downgrade some people. Abba, Axe. Okay, no, you can move them around. All right, that's good. Anti-Mage. We're gonna put Bloodseeker at the top of B tier. It just makes sense to have the B heroes. I mean, Bat could go there too. No. Stay strong. Bounty Hunter. He's definitely in B tier. You're perfectly happy getting him, but you're not that excited about it. You're not like looking to pick your model early to get Batrider. Um, Whereas with Anti-Mage and Beast, you're looking to last pick your model, and you're like, between all these bad models, which one do I want? Um, Brewmaster. Brewmaster has good move speed, okay stat gain, normal base attack time, okay innate. It's not great, but it's fine. You get some status resist, some slow resist. Um, the main nice thing about Brewmaster as a carry is you get a level 20, you get 110 attack speed, which is actually very nice. I was talking about how level 20 talents are hard to game plan around, but that's a lot of stats. That's basically a free Moonshard. Um, that said, he, as yet another hero that starts with B, he is in fact in the B tier. I think he's probably better than Bounty. I'd like him a little better than Bounty. The extra HP is nice. He's a little slower. It's pretty close. Brewmaster and Bounty are quite close in terms of how good they are as right click carries. Bristleback. Bristleback is terrible. He is not that fast, bad base attack time, low agi gain. The innate is completely irrelevant if you're right clicking because you do more stuff to people who are behind you. You can't right click behind you. We're gonna put Bristle in. We're gonna put him in F tier. Is he better or worse than AA? I'd say he's even worse than AA. He is very bad at right clicking. Broodmother. Broodmother is one of those weird heroes. She's in a lot of ways similar to Bloodseeker. She's like worse Bloodseeker. She has great agility gain. Base attack time is fine. She's an agility hero, which is what you want. Her innate gives her sustain early on in the game. She is very slow and doesn't have the early stats. So level 1 through 5 can be really, really tough on Broodmother. She does have a couple of good talents if you end up with Insatiable Hunger, both at level 10 for more lifesteal, level 25 for base attack time. Incapacitating Bite is okay. The 15 and 20 talents are okay for them. That said, the level 1 is really holding her back. Oops. Do this. She's gonna go, I think, at the top of D tier. If you're right-clicking and you can solve for mobility issues and you can fix your lane, and you like get through the laning stage, you send Brood to the jungle. She's perfectly happy if she can kill the creeps fast. Just jungle from level 3 or whatever. And she'll be fine. Centaur. Centaur has the 0. He's going to join Axe in D tier with like 0 agi gain. He does have a buttload of strength, so there are situations where if you can fix the attack speed and potentially fix the armor, then Centaur can be good. Things like grow plus tree grab, like you just play tiny but on Centaur model, can work. That said, oh man, but I could put him in C tier. Nah, I actually think he's worse than Brood. In general, Centaur is a much better model, but as a right clicker, I think he's even worse than Brood is. Probably better than Abba, though. It's pretty close. They're both very bad. Chaos Knight. Chaos Knight has pretty good strength. He's fast. He's got okay agility. He's terrible int gain. The innate of getting another random enchantment is actually okay on right click. That said, like a lot of the time, you would never want to pick Chaos Knight early. Because a lot of the time, you're going to end up with a build that's just worse than all pick Chaos Knight, right? Chaos Strike is great for right click. Phantasm is great for right click. Reality Rift, if you're a melee clicker, is the kind of spell that you want. Reduce their armor, bring you in melee range. Yeah. Chaos Knight is serviceable, but not the kind of thing that you want. Appropriately, he goes in C tier, but he's at the top of C tier. I think he's a little bit worse than these heroes up in B tier. Like, he doesn't have something that's, like, really going for him. All he really has is move speed, which Bounty already has, but has better attack speed. Chen. Chen is an interesting hero. His stat gain is pretty mediocre. He's an int hero, which is bad. He's got good attack range. In a lot of ways, is similar to AA, but he's a lot faster. But his innate is worse. In the laning stage, Zealot is pretty solid. Just like randomly nuke someone, heal yourself, go trade with the enemy, give you vision. I think his innate is probably worse than AA's innate. But the attack range and the move speed together can make you pretty effective at kiting heroes. That said, does he go in D tier or F tier? He's not good. It's pretty bad. I think I'm putting him in F tier, yeah. Whoops. We're putting him in F tier. I think he's better. I think he's better than AA. That said, he is the sort of model that you can last pick. If you just need a ranged model, I mean, similar with AA, if you just need a ranged model, he's totally fine. Or like, he can work if what you really need is attack range. But so often I see people give up a good build just to be ranged, but then they can just run at you and kill you, and you can't actually win the fights that you want to win. All right, Clinkz. Clinkz is slow. In a lot of ways, he's similar to AA. Same move speed, pretty similar attack range, especially after the talent. It's got a 15 talent for 50 more attack range. Instead of slowing enemies, he's got the ability to ignore some of the enemy's armor, which in certain drafts is going to be really good, and in certain drafts is not going to matter that much. Right? It depends on how much armor the enemy team has. In a high armor game, this is higher value. If the enemy team has low armor heroes, then this is going to be lower value. The talents are okay if you just basically end up playing all pick Clinkz. The 50 attack range can be nice. That said, Clinkz has bad stats. He's slow. He's fragile. He's weak in lane. I don't like him. He's pretty bad. I'm going to put him just outside of F tier. He is going to be at the bottom of D tier. I think he might be better than Axe. I think he's better than Axe as a right clicker. I think he's probably worse than Abba. Abba's pretty bad. All right, he's moving up. He's worse than Centaur, but he's better than Abba. Being ranged is quite nice. All right, Clockwork. Clockwork's a good all-round model, but he's a bad right clicker. He's got really low attack speed at the start of the game, and his agi gain is pretty mediocre. The innate is funny, but not actually good. Especially not for right click. You don't generally want to buy a bunch of chain meals to get like a tiny bit of damage. Remember, we're only ranking heroes based off their ability to be a right click carry. Slark is going to be very funny. You guys might be surprised where I put Slark. He does have great HP though. He's got decent move speed. You get free bonus damage, right? Even if you don't eat any chainmails, you still get bonus damage per point of armor. You're probably going to have like 10 to 20 armor in the mid and late game. That translates to 2 to 5% bonus damage. That's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. What about the chain females? Chain females don't exist. Whoops. Clock, appropriately, is going to end up in C tier. Now, I promise I'm not just doing it based off the first letter of their name, right? Centaur's in D tier, Broodmother's in D tier. We are actually taking. I'm not just spelling out the alphabet for you guys. I promise. Crystal Maiden, thankfully, thank God, has finally lost the level 20 talent that gave her 200 attack speed. So people will agree with me when I just immediately, without context, put her in F tier. And no one will disagree. Boom! Don't even need to discuss it. She's just in F tier. I don't even need to justify it anymore. Quick Wit is something that actually can be good on Darkseer if you get something like Glaives of Wisdom. Can let you get scaling attack speed from your intelligence. Quick Wit makes it so that the fact that Darkseer is an intelligence hero makes him not terrible as a right clicker. Gives him pretty good attack speed gain over time, right? 2.7 plus 1.5 is 4.2. Right, so in terms of attack speed gain, she's pretty solid. He's pretty solid. His strength gain's okay. His move speed's not that good. He's melee. So the innate almost saves him from being a bad right clicker, but he's a bad right clicker. He's gonna go in. Ooh, does he go in D tier or F tier? I think Darkseer deserves to be in D tier. It do be that way. Dark Willow. Dark Willow is kind of like Darkseer but ranged. Similar move speed. Better base attack time. 475 attack range is pretty good. The innate is funny and pretty bad. No E tier. Nah, we're using the American grading system. Or I think the Japanese one. I think they have S through F, but no E. I don't know. It's a tier list. Don't worry about it. Willow is quite good. She is slow and she is fragile. Very, very low strength gain. Where would I put her? She's definitely B or A tier. She's not an S tier clicker. She also has, worth noting, pretty strong talents with Shadow Realm, the 20 talent for Shadow Realm, the 12 intelligence at level 10. Yeah, the other talents are not relevant for being a right-click carry. So as a right-click carry, I think that Willow is probably... I would rather have her most of the time than Bloodseeker or Bane. So I think I'm going to put her at the bottom of A tier. Alright, Dawnbreaker. Dawnbreaker has bad agility gain, pretty good strength gain. Not that fast for a melee hero. The talents are kind of whatever. None of these are especially good talents. She's a little bit better than these terrible ones. So I, sadly, despite starting with a D, is going to go at the bottom of C tier as a right-click carry. Dazzle. Dazzle is ranged. Pretty good range. He used to have good attack speed, but it's been nerfed quite a bit. 1.7 is not great. He is universal, which is a nice redeeming quality. He's pretty fast for a ranged hero, for how much range he has. His attack animation is pretty good. The talents are not useful, typically. He's got okay Poison Touch ones, which can be relevant, if that's the kind of ability you pick up later. But overall, I think that Dazzle is pretty mediocre. Sadly, can't put him in D tier. We'll put him in C tier. He is ranged, which is nice. I think I'd rather be Dazzle than AM. I think I'd rather be Dazzle than Chaos Knight. But I'd rather be all these guys in B tier. So we're going to put him at the top of C tier. He is okay. A tier voice lines, true.
Shadow Priest.
Death Prophet. Death Prophet is great at everything. Death Prophet is one of the best all-round heroes in ability drafts. She's got good talents, very good innate move speed and cooldown reduction, decent stat gain, not great move speed, but that gets fixed by her innate, great attack range, decent starting stats, not great HP, but pretty good armor. Yeah. Death Prophet is great. She is going to be our first addition to S tier. She is an excellent all-round model and is a good right-clicker. In particular, is a good right-clicker. Disruptor. Disruptor has terrible agility gain. He is decently fast and has good range. But the agility gain really keeps him back from being a good right-click model. The innate is okay. He's not good. He's very bad. I think he's an F tier. Is he better or worse than Chen? I think he's worse than both Chen and AA. AA has better range, has a better innate. Doom. Doom is a weird hero because a lot of Doom's strength as a right clicker is wrapped up in his innate, which gives you 10% bonus damage. I think 20 after you get one of the talents here. Oh, no. Yeah, 10% bonus damage after right clicking someone is pretty good. Oh, right, it's if their level is multiple of 6, it's stronger. That said, he has really bad base attack time, bad move speed. His slight bonus range for a melee hero, 200 rather than 150, is okay. Doom is bad. He's going to go in D tier, as appropriate for a man named Doom. Where does he go in D tier? Ooh, he might be an F. Ooh. We'll put him at the bottom of D tier. I'd rather have Darkseer. I'd rather have all of these heroes, but I'd rather be Doom than any of these heroes on a right-click carry. Dragon Knight. Dragon Knight is another one of those excellent all-round models. Excellent innate, tons of armor and HP regen, get scaling per level, good stat gain, okay stat gain, good move speed, good base attack time, great talents, 15 damage and 300 HP.
The dragon comes for war.
The Doom's innate, you do not need Doom.
My flame burns brighter.
You just right click someone. Dragon Knight, we're gonna put in A tier. He is a very good all-round model. But as a right-click carry, he's only okay. Drow Ranger has surprisingly bad stat gain for where she's going to end up. She's going to go in S tier, but her innate is incredible on a right-click carry. So she gives herself up to, I think, 40% bonus agility over the course of the game. And if you're right-clicking, you want to build agility. Almost always when you pick Drow early in a draft, she's usually going in the first phase. And I think that's just correct. She is really, really good. Her starting stats are kind of mediocre. 500 HP can be really rough in lane if you're against a solid nuker. But Drow is one of the best heroes for going right click. She's fast, great range, great stats. You get up to 700 attack range with the 15 talent plus her base range. She is incredible at right clicking. She is probably going to be number 2 behind SF. Earth Spirit. Earth Spirit is slow in melee, which keeps him out of the high tiers, but he's got great stat growth. He also gets the Stone Remnants for free, which gives him bonus damage. So he's actually got pretty high damage early on in the game. So I actually like Earth Spirit quite a lot. If you get Rolling Boulder, you can fix your mobility, the move speed becomes less of an issue, but you're going to be picking those things up later in the draft, right? You have to first pick, like, Mortal Strike or whatever. Second pick, I don't know. What would you want a second pick there? Go, like, Mortal Strike, Omni Slash, Rolling Boulder, Earth Spirit, and then you're like, okay, that's a pretty good build. Oh, and Power's pretty nice on him as well. Earth Spirit is going to go join the decent stat gain melee heroes in this area / bad stat gain range heroes. Earthshaker, very similar to Earth Spirit. The innate, not super relevant. He does get a level 10 talent for 25 base damage, which is decent. Bad stat gain for a right clicker, 1.4 agility is not good. So he's going to join these guys. I actually think First Spirit's better than Dawn, and Shaker is probably worse than Dawn. The agility gain really keeps Shaker back. Elder Titan, very similar. We're just rolling through the mediocre strength melee models. He does have attack speed. He gets attack speed from move speed once you get to level 15. So if you can get him with something like Thirst, then Elder Titan can really pop off, but he's pretty mediocre. There's also the meme level 25 talent of 100 Cleave. It's not good. At that stage of the game, you don't care about Cleave. it's not good. If you have something like Sleight of Fist, that can come up later in the game and be relevant. But yeah, he is.
Let's shake things up.
He is not great. Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit, good Agigain, decent innate, where you do damage over time in an area. Helps you farm a little bit. Yeah, that's basically all there is to say about Ember. Oh wait, he does have a 12 damage at level 10. It's okay, it helps you out. That said, there's really nothing special about Ember. He is not very good. He's gonna join C tier. I could maybe put Dazzle in B tier. He is definitely better than all of the other guys here in C tier. Yeah, I'll put him in B tier. Ember is probably going to be near the top of C tier. I like him better than Chaos Knight, and I like him worse than all of these heroes. Yeah, being agility is nice. Being agility is the only thing as your primary attribute. Really helps you go right click carry, but he really doesn't have anything where I'm like, yeah, I'm Ember Spirit. Hell yeah. Enchantress. Enchantress is fast and ranged. Her Rabble Rouser is very fun for going summons, but that's not relevant for being a right-click carry. Her talents are pretty bad for right-click carry, because you have to pick enchant to get the armor, the attack speed, the health, and the damage. Yeah, really, Enchantress's only redeeming qualities are that she's fast and she's ranged. Her stat gain is okay, but her level 1 stats are quite bad. Where would I put her? I would put her... I think she's worse than all these melee heroes. Most of the time, you'd rather have the stat gain. Her stat gain's not that bad. She gets 2 strength, 2 agility, and 4 intelligence. About. I think she's in this glut of mid-tier heroes. The stat gain keeps her out of this bottom tier. The stat gain and the move speed. I'm gonna put her... It really depends on the build. There are times where Enchantress is great, and there are times where Enchantress is complete garbage. It's hard to put her in, like, one spot on the tier list. Because, like, there are times where I'd put Enchantress in F tier, where if you don't have... If you can't exploit the range that you have, then you have no HP, your damage over time, your damage output is pretty low. So, like, if you're kiting people and you can exploit the range that you have, then she goes up into, like, the BC tier range, where she's fast and ranged. But outside of that context, like, just sitting there and hitting people, she's always going to lose those fights. So I'm going to put her in C tier as, like, an average of being sometimes great, sometimes terrible. It makes sense. We're building a bell curve here, right? On average, heroes are average. Not a controversial opinion, I think. Enigma is terrible. He's slow. He has bad stat gain. He is universal. His redeeming quality. Terrible agility gain. His attack range is mediocre. His innate is not relevant for right-clicking. He's very bad. I think he's worse than CM as a right-click carry. It's pretty close. Ooh, this is pretty close. What are Chen and AA doing so low on the tier list? They have very bad stat gain. Chen has very few redeeming qualities. He's ranged. That's it. I think Enigma is even worse than CM. CM at least has 600 attack range. I don't know. They're bad. Don't go right click on these guys. It's not good. Faceless Void. Faceless Void is an interesting hero for going right click carry on, specifically because Chronosphere does not affect Faceless Void even if someone else in the game casts it. So in every team fight, you know someone is gonna go Chronosphere. You know someone's gonna go Chronosphere. And so you just get it for free, basically. You're immune to it, you have good agility gain, your move speed's not that good, your innate is basically irrelevant. I think of Faceless Void's innate is his ability to act in Chronosphere. That's his real innate. And that innate is very good. It just means you're immune to probably the biggest team fight ulti in the game. In most games, Chrono's going to be the big team fight ulti. And being immune to it is just really, really powerful. Where does that put him in the tier list? I would put him at the bottom of B tier. I think he's better than Ember. He's similar to Ember in terms of stat gain and things like that. But the innate really keeps him out of these being mediocre. I'm pretty happy to be Faceless Void if you can pick up the damage steroids. Then you can convert that damage much more easily than a lot of these other heroes, right? All these melee heroes in here in C tier and D tier, it's just hard. Like, you have the damage a lot of the time, but it's hard to convert that damage. They're relying on their bulk to be able to convert that damage, like Shaker, ET, things like that. Yeah. Grimstroke. Grimstroke is similar to a lot of the other ranged int heroes in that he has bad agi gain, he's slow, he's got good range, but he's got very good int gain, so he actually hits kind of hard. And he has Ink Trail. Ink Trail allows you to see heroes, and also inhibit their damage to you by a little bit. So with something like, if you first pick Elder Dragon form, right, you give yourself a bunch of attack range, you fix some of your damage problems that you're going to have as a long range int hero, and your innate lets you keep track of people as they move around the map. They can't hide behind trees. You can just keep clicking them from far away. So I actually like Grimstroke okay as a range clicker. I'm going to put him in with Enchantress in the sometimes good. I'm actually going to put him up above a lot of these. This is going to be controversial, but I like him better than most of the melee heroes, but worse and more than Enchantress, but a little bit less than Ember. Being a decent agi hero is worth a lot. This is going to depend heavily on the draft. There are situations where you want one of those over the other. Gyro's great. He's fast. He's got good stat gain. Really, the only he's got a good 150 HP talent. He's really good with flat cannon. You got good flat cannon talents. The innate, not super relevant for right click. Your base damage is kind of bad, but your attack animation is really good. So Gyro's great. We're gonna put him. I think I like him better than Arc Warden, but only by a little bit. So I think Arc Warden's gonna be the gatekeeper of A tier, very top of A tier. I don't think he's gonna move from here. So we're gonna put Gyro at the bottom of S tier. I think. Ooh, is he better than DP as a clicker? Ooh, that's close. I think so. I think being agility is a little faster. The attack animation is better. The armor that you end up with on Gyro is really high. You have high base armor, and the armor growth from agility is really good. It's pretty close between these two in S tier, but they're both great. Hoodwink. Hoodwink is interesting because she has terrible base attack time. She's got an okay innate to keep her safe. She's got great stat growth. She's fast. She has good range. Really, the only thing that you're ever doing with Hoodwink is you're trying to fix your base attack time. One way to do that is pick Acorn Shot, right? If you're just attacking for free. Other ways to do that are if you pick up Metamorphosis or Chemrage, are especially good on Hoodwink because they fix the one problem that you have. They fix your base attack time, and that makes you a really, really powerful clicker. That said, the 2.0 base attack time, I think, is going to keep her out of S tier. We'll put her in A tier. I'd rather have her than any of these guys in B tier. I think I'd rather have her than Hoodwink or than Dragon Knight, Willow, and Bat, but I think most of the time I'd rather be Arc Warden. Huskar. Huskar's bad. He's slow, bad agi gain, mediocre attack range. Got 1.6 base attack time. That's not nothing. The innate doesn't really help you. You get 12% lifesteal level 15. Huskar's bad. Don't go Huskar on right click. Huskar is a cast or support model. We're gonna put him in D tier. Yeah, actually, I think we're putting him in F tier. Don't do it. I actually think he's worse than these guys. It's pretty close. These guys are all very bad. Invoker's one of the worst models in the game. Don't pick him. Bad stat. His stat gain's okay. 280 move speed is unacceptable. His attack range is pretty good. His base damage is terrible. His talents are bad. His innate actually keeps you from gaining stats, right? You get the orbs, but you don't get the all attributes from leveling up, right? So, what am I describing? So you know how you can pick stats when you level up as one of your skill points. You lose that by being Invoker. Instead, you get the orbs, which I think just aren't as good as getting all stats. Invoker, I think he's better than Enigma. I think he's comparable to CM. They are both very bad. I'm gonna put him below CM because I think Invoker is just that bad. Io. Io is fast and ranged. And universal. Everything else about him is pretty bad as a right clicker. He's got bad attack speed, bad agi gain. But being fast, universal, and ranged really, really carries a lot. 8 strength is okay, but not great. We're gonna put him in C tier. I think I like him better than Enchant. I think I like him better than most of these guys. We're gonna put him in with Grimstroke as like mediocre clicker. Jakiro. Jakiro is weird. He's one of our weirdos. He has double trouble. Each attack fires 2 attacks, but does less total damage. Apparently Invoker plus Wukong's command crashes the game. Cool. Double trouble makes it so that all your attacks proc twice. This is great with a wide variety of things. It's great with Hammer of Purity. Lets you get multiple procs out of that. Mortal Strike procs multiple times. Maelstrom. Anything that gives you a free attack comes with another free attack. So if you then buy a Maelstrom, you're getting tons and tons of attacks on everything. Jakiro's pretty good. He has some pretty glaring downsides, though. He's slow. He has terrible agi growth. His attack range is bad until he gets the 15 talent, and then it's okay. Right, 575 is okay. Yeah, he's pretty bad on illusion carries ever since Diffusal Blade doesn't work on illusions. He's a pretty good Diffusal Blade carrier outside of illusions, though. Yeah. So Jakiro is one of those heroes that I think people overvalue as a right clicker. I even sometimes overvalue him as a right clicker. I think he is probably at the bottom of B tier. Like if you get Greater Bash with him, Greater Bash can really pop off. Or not Greater Bash, Bash of the Deep. Slardar's Bash can really pop off with him. But aside from that, I don't know, you can get like Swashbuckle or something like that. Can be okay on him. He is not that good. I'm going to put him at the bottom of B tier. I'd actually rather be Faceless Void most of the time. Rather be Dazzle. Rather be all these guys. Yeah, Impetus and some of these other things. Like, there are things that can take Jakiro, into A tier. But if those things aren't there, honestly, he's probably in C or D tier. So it's like, this is sort of an average, a weighted average of where he's likely to end up, depending on what abilities are in your game. Juggernaut. Juggernaut's great. Pretty fast. Decent agi gain. Okay strength gain. Great talents. His level 1 damage. His innate is good. His talents, if you just pick, you know, Omni Slash and some better damage steroid than Blade Dance. Blade Dance is pretty bad. It's okay. But like if you get, you know, like Empower into Juggernaut into Omni Slash is just going to be a great build. He's like Anti-Mage, but better. Better stat gain. We're going to put him probably in the middle of B tier. I'd rather have him than these guys. I think he's comparable to Bane in strength. I'm going to put him above Bane. I actually like Jug quite a bit. He's quite solid. Yeah. Like Juggernaut's one of the worst heroes that you're actively looking to take when you're building a right clicker. When you're looking, like, I've denied people Juggernaut to keep them from having a good right click model. Same with Bane and Dazzle and things like this, but I think he's solid. Keeper of the Light is terrible. He's fast, but that's kind of it. He's got bad stat growth for a clicker, okay attack range. The innate doesn't help you. His talents don't help him. He's bad. He's joining a lot of these int clickers down here. I think I'd rather be a Bristle most of the time. I'd rather be Coddle than CM. Yep, alright, we'll put him there. Kez. Kez is great. Ever since they gave him the ability to change stances, he, how can I display what he's like in the other form? Attack type melee. Is there a way to swap his forms, show the other form? Nope. Oh well. He can change stances between high base attack time, high range, high damage, or low base attack time, low range, lower damage. And that's actually very powerful. He's good move speeds. His talents, he used to have a really nice magic resist talent at level 10, but he's okay. So overall, I think Kez is quite solid. I'm gonna put him. I'm actually gonna put him in the. This might be controversial. I'm gonna put him in the bottom A tier. I think Kez is quite good. I think he's mostly just better than Juggernaut. Like you can just be a Juggernaut. Like if you just go the dagger form on Kez, you're just a Juggernaut with better stat gain. Kez is great. I like Kez a lot. And then the extra attack range and damage in the landing stage really helps you get last hits. Big Kez fan. Kunkka. Kunkka is going to join all of our strength boys in the low agi, high strength, decent move speeds tier. Yeah, he used to have a damage talent, but he doesn't anymore. Admiral's Rum is okay. Nothing's going to take him out of B tier. C tier? We should move some of these strength heroes down to D tier, I think. I'm gonna do this, I think. I'm gonna keep Earth Spirit up here. We're gonna keep Brood at the top of this tier. We're gonna move shuffle things around. Alright. Shuffle complete. The bad strength models, or the strength models that are decent models overall, but bad at being right clickers, they're all gonna hang out in D tier together. Largo. Hey, it's another one of you guys.
My band's all ready to play.
Straight into D tier. Welcome to the gang. He does have pretty high base damage at level 1. Is the one thing going for him. Every now and then, with something like Finger or Omni Slash, you can make use of his innate. It doubles those spells up, which can be fun, but overall not good. Hey, Legion, you're just like the other ones, but a little faster. We'll put her at the top of D tier, or near the top of D tier. Leshrac. Leshrac is great. He's fast. His damage gain is... His damage at level 1 is pretty bad. But aside from that, Lesh is great. He's got decent talents, really fast, good attack range. Really the only problem with running Lesh as a right-clicker is that you're going to end up... I'm actually going to put him at the bottom of B tier. Ideally, you figure out a way to use your mana as Lesh. If you're not making use of his the fact that he has a buttload of mana, he's maybe he's over here. I think he's like better Ench. We'll put him up at the top of C tier. Lesh is who Ench wishes she was. The other horse or like hooved animal / person hybrid. He's got more stats. Just overall better. Alright, Lich. Lich is terrible. Slow. Bad Adjugan. He's gonna join the Int Boys. The bad Int Heroes. I think I'd rather be Caudle. Caudle's at least fast. What's going on here? We're doing a tier list of right-click carries. How good are heroes at right-click carrying? Lifestealer is fast and has okay attack speed thanks to his innate. His stat gain is very bad, and he's melee. Overall, this puts him in a mediocre spot. He is an okay... Oh, whoops. Not Lich. He's an okay right-click carry. Actually, CK... We're going to put CK and Legion down at the bottom of C tier. Which is better than normal Int Heroes? I don't agree. You're... He is not good. Anyway, we're talking about Lifestealer. Lifestealer's okay. We're going to put him in the middle of C tier. He is mediocre without a lot going for him. Lina. Lina's pretty good at right-clicking. I mean, she's way better at casting spells because of her broken innate. But if, for some godforsaken reason, you end up the enemy team and your own team pick all the good spells, and then it gets back to you, and you're like, all right, we'll pick Fiery Soul and Elder Dragon form or something. Yeah, go for it. She's pretty good at it. She's got good base attack time. Her move speed's pretty bad. Her attack range is great. She's got a 25 damage at level 10. Yeah, Lina's nice. We're gonna put Lina probably an A tier, near the bottom of A tier as a right-click carry. I think I'd rather be her than Kez or Dragon Knight or Willow or Bat. Just similar to Hoodwink. You're telling me I'm just going right-click. We'll put her below Hoodwink as a right-click carry. She's sort of got the opposite problem, where she's got good base attack time, but much worse stats. Lion. Lion is bad at right-clicking. He's got terrible agi. He's got bad move speed. Fixed a little bit by a level 10 talent. Yeah, he's okay in lane, but doesn't really have the stat growth to fix anything or to make him good.
Where's the fight?
Put Lion in. Actually, I think Lion. Well, yeah, Lion's similar to Chen. Lone Druid is decently fast. He has got okay talents, and you get a bear for free, all of which are pretty nice. He's got okay stat gain, good base attack time, okay range. His level 1 damage is really bad, but that's fixed a little bit by having the bear. He's okay. Do we put him in B tier? I think so. I don't think he's in A tier. I don't think he's in B tier. Or I don't think he's in C tier. I think he's in this mediocre tier. He'll hang out with Jakiro as sort of like specialists. That if you can make good use of the bear, he's great. If you can't make good use of the bear, he's pretty bad. We're gonna put Willow down here. actually. I'll put Willow. I think Willow and Lone Druid are pretty similar in strength. I think I'd use. Would I rather be Lone Druid or Juggernaut? It depends on the builds. I think depending on the situation, Lone Druid can either be at the bottom or the top of B tier. It depends on how valuable range is. I could rather be Lone Druid than Dazzle most of the time. If I know I'm going right click. Yeah, we'll do those. Luna. Luna's great. Great move speed, excellent innate, good stat growth. Yep. She's an agi hero. She's got everything you want. Only thing she's missing is good attack range, but she's definitely an S tier. Is she better or worse than DP? I'd say probably better, but it's going to depend on the builds. There are situations, if you're not making good use of DP's cooldown reduction, then I think that, like with something like Dragon Form, then I think Luna's better. But if you are, then DP can sometimes be better with the attack range and the cooldown reduction. Lycan. Hey, he's a strength hero with not many redeeming qualities. You can join the Strength Boys. He's better than these Strength Boys, but I think he's worse than these. I think he's almost identical to Dawn. Put him there. Magnus. Magnus has bad base attack time. 0.1 worse. Decent stat growth, decent attack range, decent move speed, pretty bad talents. The innate doesn't really matter. The slow resist can matter. There are times where this is great, but for the most part, Magnus is one of those mediocre melee models. That you were not excited to get. I think I like him a little better than these bad strength models, but worse than the better strength models like these guys. Marcy, again, melee, decent stats, very mostly irrelevant at 8, not good talents. We'll put her right next to Magnus. I think she's a little bit better, but worse than Clock. That's convenient. Mars. Mars is similar to Magnus, but a little bit higher strength gain, so I actually like him a little bit better. Every now and then, with something like Berserker's Blood, the Nate can really pop off for going carry. So I actually like him okay. The base attack time might make it controversial, but I actually like him better than both CK and Legion as a clicker. I like him alright. Dusa. Dusa's great. She's got good attack range, good stat gain. The innate can be very powerful with Mana Shield, especially on illusion carries. The illusions get, I think, the full damage reduction. They're like almost as tanky as the real Medusa until they run out of mana. Her talents are good. If you get split shot, level 20 talent is good. 25 talent for intelligence is always good. She's got okay Stone Gaze talents. But really what you're looking to do when you get Medusa is to ideally take advantage of the fact that you're very tanky as a ranged hero, which is unusual. Most ranged heroes are super squishy. Or get illusions, because her illusions in particular are very, very strong. So we're gonna put her. We'll put her at the bottom of S tier. Would I rather be DP or Dusa? I think I'd rather be Dusa than DP. But most of the time I'd rather be Luna. Early game can be pretty rough on Dusa. She has pretty low damage output until the stat gain really starts coming together. Meepo. Meepo has bad stat gain. He's not good at right-clicking. Don't do it. Whoops. I'm gonna put Meepo. I think I'd rather be most of these ranged in heroes. The stat gain's just too bad to keep to have Meepo be relevant. Mirana is a ranged agility hero and has good leap talents. Everything else about her is quite bad. we'll put her in B tier. I think I'd rather be Mirana than any of these. The attack range is really nice. I think I'd rather be Mirana. I think I'd rather be would I rather be Mirana or Bloodseeker? I enjoy having Bloodseeker be the gatekeeper in B tier, so we're gonna put it like this, even though that's like maybe incorrect. The move speed is really keeping Mirana out from being a higher tier. And the starting stats, low armor, low HP, means you can just die early in the game. Monkey has good stat gain, decent attack range. He's the longest range melee hero, aside from maybe Venge. The innate doesn't really do anything, but can be relevant. Extra move speed, don't show up on the minimap when you're running around. The talents are kind of mediocre. He's okay. He's one of the best melee models for clicking. I like him better than Jug. I like him worse than Kez. So he's in this range. We'll put him at the very bottom of A tier. I think I'd rather be all of these models. Maybe Bad should be further down. Bat is so contextual. It depends on if you're abusing his innate. I'm gonna put Bat in B tier. It just makes me happy. We'll have Bat be the gatekeeper, then we can do this. Morphling. Morphling is a great clicker as long as you can get the space to get to the late game. You got good base attack time, excellent agi gain. Your innate is very good. You got baller talents, magic resist, attack range, agility, strength. Morphling is a great carry with a atrocious early game. We're gonna put him in A tier because his early game is so bad. Is just like unacceptably bad. I'm actually gonna put him, I think, above Hoodwink, but below Arc Warden. If you can get to late game, Morph is the best. But early game is so rough on Morphling, man. Level 1 stats, you got no damage, no HP, no move speed, no nothing. Yeah, he got 8 damage, but he lost a bunch of HP at level 1 in the most recent patch, because his just strength got shifted into agility. Yeah, he's an interesting one. All right, Muerta. Muerta is quite good. She used to be insane because her innate used to be that you could attack ethereal units, but that's now tied to Pierce the Veil. So you can no longer attack ethereal units just because you're Muerta. We got mediocre base attack time, a good attack animation, okay move speed, okay attack range, decent talents, attack speed and intelligence, very good stat gain. Keeps her out of the lower tier int heroes. And if you happen to get Pierce the Veil, she's got a really good talent for it. So we're gonna put her in, I think, in C tier with the other like int clickers that are. Maybe Willow should also join the rest of these int clickers. Yeah, we're gonna put her in this zone here, which are the like int clicker models that are actually pretty good at int clicking. Why is Lina A tier? This is specifically for right click. This is not for them as like an all-rounder. Naga Siren is fast and has good agi gain. She's got a nice innate for building illusions. You get the evasion. The talents mostly are centered around mirror image. So if you end up with mirror image on Naga with like maybe one other thing to improve her illusions further, Mortal Strike, Blade Dance, you get Omni Slash as an ultimate. A lot of the time when you end up as Naga as right click, you're just like all pick Naga with like one more spell to try and put you over the top, which can be, I actually think, quite good. That said, the level 1 damage I think keeps her out of the higher echelons. We're gonna put her in B tier. At near the top of B tier. I think she's worse than Jug, but better than Bane. think most of the time I'd rather be Jug. I think I'd rather be Jug than Bloodseeker most of the time, if you're telling me I'm right-click carry. Yeah, she's sort of like the opposite problem of Bloodseeker. Bloodseeker's very stat high, but slow. Or like early game damage high, but slow. Whereas Naga's fast and has really bad problems with early game damage. Here's Prophet. He's great. He's got good attack range, good stat gain. He's universal. Base attack time's good. The talent's no longer very good. He used to have some better ones. His innate is not that good. It gives him a little bit of damage. He's kind of slow. He used to be one of the best models. He used to be the best model in the game, but he has fallen from grace. He is, I think, just barely better than Orc Warden, so we're going to put him at the very bottom of S tier. Is he better than DP? As a right-clicker, I think he is better than DP. I like DP better as an all-rounder model. It's my hot take. I'm a big DP fan, but that's mostly because of his base attack time. Puts him right about here. Necro, he's awful. He's so bad, slow, no agi. His innate's okay, I guess. Don't go Necro right click, guys. It's bad. we're gonna put him in worse than CM tier. Night Stalker, he's great. His innate, he gets Hunter of the Night for free. That's after he ultimates. Yeah, getting Hunter of the Night for free is really, really good. It's got good talents too. Hunter of the Night status resist, strength at a minimum. A lot of the time you can pick up Dark Ascension round 3 or 4, and you got a pretty good innate there. We're gonna put him in A tier. This is just for right-click carry. I like him better than Lina, but I think worse than... I don't know, probably better than Hoodwink. I think worse than Morph as a pause. Well, now the tempo on Night Stalker's pretty good. I might even put him in S tier. I think I like him better than Arc, better than DP. Hunter of the Night's a good spell. Getting it for free is really nice. Actually, it might better than NP? I think he's similar to NP. If you're telling me that I have a pause 1, would I rather it be NP or Night Stalker? Who would I rather have it be? It's pretty close. I'm going to put it below NP. Overall, Night Stalker is the much better model. But if you're telling me you're a right clicker, I think NP is a little bit better. Nyx is melee, but he's got pretty good stat gain. He's decently fast. He's got a very funny 25 talent of 80 agility. His innate is not that good, but sometimes relevant, of burning people's mana when you deal damage to him. He is not very good at being a right clicker, but he is playable. We're going to put him in D tier with all these decent, sort of mediocre melee models. I think I like him better than Largo, better than these guys, better than Axe. I think he's like the slightly better version of Abba. You got better stat gain, but worse base attack time, and I think that trade-off is worth it. I think I like him worse than these other. Well, that he's better at farming than these guys. We'll put him near Magnus. I think I like him better than Magnus actually, but worse than Marcy. Yeah, his most similar comparison is Marcy. He's like Marcy with worse stats. Better agi, but the level 1 stats keep him from being good. Ogre's great. If you can fix the fact that he's slow. He's got great damage. His attack speed's not good, and his move speed's not good. But you get 80 damage at 15, another 30 damage at level 20. He's so good at being a beefy, hard-hitting hero that the fact that he's not like actually that good at right-clicking just gets solved by, or like bad attack speed, bad move speed gets solved by just having crazy high stats. I like Ogre a lot. We're going to put him at the bottom of B tier, probably. I don't love him as a right-click carry. I think I like Jakiro better as a right-click carry. Ogre is by far the better model. Ogre is, like, probably low S tier model overall, like, in the S or A tier. But as a right-clicker, he's pretty mediocre. His strengths are not in being a right-clicker. His strengths are in being a beefcake. Omni Knight. Omni Knight's a little better than all these other melee strength heroes in that he gets degen order, which makes it a lot harder for people to run away from you. As a melee strength hero, that's one of the things that happens all the time. Even with Harpoon, people just keep escaping you. You need to get like a Basher, a Blank, a Harpoon, and then like maybe you can stick on people. Omni Knight doesn't have that problem nearly as badly. You get 1% slow, 11% plus 1% per level for everybody in melee range. If you can keep in melee range, they're going to be slow. They're going to have a hard time running away. I like him all right. He's got his stat gain's okay. He's got a nice 10 talent, 30 base damage. Pretty solid. Oops.
I stand for the light.
We're gonna put him, I think, in C tier here somewhere. He's okay. I think he's in the list of like good strength heroes to go right click on. I think I like him better than Anti-Mage most of the time. I think he's like similar to Lifestealer in terms of strength. I think I like him better than Grim. I think Grim is rated too high. We're gonna put Grim down at the bottom of C tier. This was ambitious. He should be down here. I like Marta. Think of these. We're gonna put Lesh down here. Is this right? Based on vibes, this feels right. We're gonna keep shuffling things around as we go here. Oracle. Oracle's bad. Bad edge gain. No HP. No move speed. Don't go right click Oracle. It bad. I think he's better than Lich. Better than Coddle. Yeah, we'll put him there. His innate, very good as support. Lets you know where the rune is. Doesn't help this clicker. OD. OD is in an interesting situation where his innate gives him all this mana back, and if OD is in the pool, then obviously Arcane Orb is going to be in the pool. If you get Arcane Orb on OD, he's pretty good at right-clicking. He does a ton of pure damage. If you don't get Arcane Orb on OD, he is terrible at right-clicking. He has 1.9 base attack time. Where do I put him as a result of that? We're going to put him at the bottom of C tier. Okay, I'm actually going to put OD on the tier list twice. Once if you have Arcane Orb, and once if you don't get Arcane Orb. If you get Arcane Orb, he is better than Bane. If you don't get Arcane Orb, he is worse than AA, I think, but better than Disruptor. All right, OD's on the tier list twice. OD with Arcane Orb, OD without Arcane Orb. Pango. Pango's good. Universal hero, good stats. The innate's sometimes great, sometimes irrelevant. Universal, decent move speed. Yep, like him a lot. Put him in B tier. He's in this like mid B tier. I think I like him better than Brew. I like him better than Bounty. Honestly, I like him better than Alchemist. I think worse than Bane. Yeah, I think I'd put him here for right click carry. PA. There are a lot of PA haters out there, but she is agility. She's got an okay innate in Blur. She is melee. She's decently fast. Her talents can be good, but really those talents are only relevant if you're drafting all pick PA. If you have Phantom Strike in particular, it fixes a lot of her problems. The Phantom Strike duration talent is really nice. The cast range or attack speed talents are both really good. Yeah, if you like first pick, Phantom Strike, second pick, what's something that's not coup de grace? That's also good. Second pick Bash or something like that. Time Block or something like that. Third, and then you can last pick your model of PA. You can end up as a good clicker on her. That said, she's not good. You should not pick her early. You should not like prioritize her. She's in the like, I think she's better than Brood. But worse than everyone else in C tier. Yeah, so we'll put her here. She bad. Phantom Lancer. Also, very bad. Phantom Lancer is fixed specifically if you end up with Juxta and Phantom Rush. Then you have solve his terrible mobility of 285 move speed. He's got decent stat gain. He's an agility hero. His talents are okay. His innate is quite strong if you have Juxta. So if you have Phantom Rush and Juxta, PL is an okay hero to last pick. Otherwise, don't pick him. He's not a good clicker model. He's just so bad, man. We're gonna put him in D tier. I think he's better than these Agi heroes most of the time. He's like in with the strength heroes of like unforgivably bad move speed. Or like being melee but not having the move speed to make that good and not having the damage output to make that good. We'll just put him in here. Put him next to Brood, maybe. Yeah, we'll put him next to Brood. Phoenix. Phoenix is slow. Bad agi. Okay attack range, no armor, decent HP. If you can fix the bad agility problems on Phoenix, she's okay, but then you're still slow. She's pretty rough. She is not good, not a good right clicker. We'll put her in D tier, I think, in with the other. Like, being ranged is pretty nice. Being a ranged strength hero is pretty nice. She's the only one in the game. We'll put her in with, like, these universal heroes. I think I like her about as much as Nyx. She has serious problems that you need to fix. But if you can, there's upside there. Primal Beast, not a good right clicker. Bad base attack time. Bad agi. And with the beefy boys. I actually think he's worse than most of these. Yeah, we'll put him at the bottom of D tier. I think Doom's maybe better than some of these. I don't know. We'll leave him where he is. That's fine. Puck. Puck is not good at right-clicking. She's got decent stat gain. Attack range isn't great. Base HP, super fragile. Bad move speed. The talents aren't great unless you get Coil. If you get Coil and a bunch of other stuff to make her a good right-clicker, then you last pick Puck, it can be good. But she is not good at right-clicking. We're gonna put her in F tier. I think she's worse than Chen, but better than AA. I don't know. I'm a big AA hater. Pudge gonna end up in D tier? Yes, sir. Pudge. You do get strength for every kill, which is pretty cool. That said, your stat gain is pretty mediocre. You're slow as hell. You have really high base damage at level 1, so with things like God's Rebuke, stuff like that, you can kind of cook as Pudge. That said, he's with the beefy boys. I think he's better than a lot of these beefy boys. I could rather have him in ET. Rather have him in Phoenix, but I think I'd rather have Magnus and Nyx as pause 1. He bad. Pugna. Pugna is fast, has huge attack range, crazy intelligence gain. His innate is not relevant for right-clicking. He's got a nice HP talent at 15. As a right-clicker, the agi gain really, really hurts on Pugna. He's like Ench, but way better. So we'll put him in. He's sort of got the opposite problem of Willow. So Willow's got good attack speed. Pugna has 5.2 int gain. Yes, sir. Pugna has, I think, the highest int gain in the game. Yeah, it used to be Invoker, but now it's Pugna. He's sort of got the opposite problem of Willow. Willow is short range but fast attack speed for an int hero, whereas Pugna is long range but low attack speed, even for an int hero. So we'll put him in here as, like, mediocre. Quap. Quap's actually pretty good at clicking. 1.5 base attack time, really good stat gain. Good attack range. She's kind of slow. She's got some nice talents at 10 and 15 for right-clicking, damage, and strength. She is pretty good at being a ranged right-clicker. What's her innate do again? Oh, right, she gets Spell Lifesteal. Not relevant for right-clicking, but yeah. Whoops. Heroes. Quap, she's pretty good. We're going to put her in B tier, I think. She's actually pretty close to Lina. Do I have Lina too high? No, I think Lina's about in the right spot. She's like mean, she's got the same thing as all these like int heroes who are down here, except she's just way better. She's got better stats, better base attack time, better attack range, and like all those things. Like each of those things individually put her up a tier. Quap has the good base attack time. I think I'd rather be Quap than Mirana most of the time. That's kind of close. I think she's in B tier. Maybe she's in A tier. She's either the bottom of A tier or near the top of B tier. I think I like her better than Jug. I think I like her better than Mirana, better than Bat. Maybe even better than Monkey, but maybe worse than Kez. I think she's like similar to Kez in strength. For carry. Yeah, we'll put her here. She's got a lot going for her, but she's not like great. Razor. Razor is an interesting one. He's got low base damage, low level 1 damage, but he's agility. He's slow at the start of the game, but becomes fast over the course of the game. As you pick up items, you gain levels. He becomes a fast boy. He's got pretty good talents. 4 armor, 12 strength. Fixes his medium stat gain. His stat gain's okay. Not great, not terrible. His attack range is okay. 475 is not great, not terrible. I don't like Razor. That said, I've been cooked by so many right-click Razors, I cannot keep him out of A tier. I want to put him lower. Because every time I try to go right-click Razor, it does not go well. But we're putting him into the bottom of A tier, reluctantly. To recognize that other people can do it, even though I can't. Ricky's got 315 move speed. Pretty good innate. Backstab's not bad. His stat gain's not good. He's melee. His talents are kind of whatever. Yeah, he is not great. He's not terrible. But he is not good. He's gonna go join. I think he's worse than Ember. I think he's similar to PA. We'll put him right next to PA. As better than Brood. Right now I'm making a tier list. After that, I will QAD. We're gonna put him right next to PA as sort of like mediocre, fast-ish, agi melee heroes with like playable innates, but not that good. Ringmaster, terrible agi. He's actually very fast for how, and has pretty good attack range. That said, the agi gain really keeps him out from being a good clicker. No talents to save him. He is bad. I think he's better than Lich. Similar to Disruptor. He is very tall. He is also fast. We'll put him here. I think Lion's too high. We'll put him right next to Lion. I think he's like basically the exact same thing as Lion. Rubik. Rubik's like all these agi guys, but he just like chunks really hard, has decent agi gain, and his innate's really good. Gives him a bunch of bonus base damage. His talents, he's got 200 health talent at level 10. It's pretty good. I like Rubik. Oops. We'll put him in the good in right clicker zone. I like him better than Grim. Actually, I think I like him better than these melee heroes. We'll put him next to Lesh. He's got sort of different problems from Lesh. Lesh has damage problems, whereas Rubik has being slow problems. But I think they're similar in strength. They also have innates that give them AoE. Seems appropriate. Sand King. Sand King's bad. He's melee. He's bad level 1 stats. Super slow. Low damage. Talents or whatever. Yeah, he bad. I'm gonna put him in F tier. He's like these strength heroes, but without being beefy. I think I'd actually rather be. We'll put him next to Meepo. Bristle? We'll put him next to Bristle. Yeah. He's really bad. Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon has a nice innate, where every time you attack someone, they take 2% bonus damage. Scales up per level. So, and this works on illusion. So on illusion carries, Shadow Demon can be pretty solid. That said, he is a ranged int hero. His stat gain is actually pretty good. I think I'm going to put him in with the, like, almost good in heroes. I think I like him. He's similar to Grim. I think I like him better than Grim. He has higher damage output than Grim. Maybe he's actually up here with these guys. I'm gonna put him below Rubik and Lesh, but in that same tier of like good stat gain, has an innate that's relevant. Yeah. Shadow Fiends. He's the best. If you're going right click, you want to be this guy. He's got crazy damage thanks to his innate. He's got great stat gain. He's decently fast, 305. He's got 1.6 base attack time is great. Attack range is okay. His talents are good. This man is a sex god. He the best. The Shadow Friend. The man. Yeah. Shadow Shaman.
My lords, come forth.
He bad. He's slow. Bad attack range. Bad agi gain. Don't go carry Shaman, guys. It's not worth it. Put him... I think I like him better than Necro. I think he's also worse than CM. CM, the gatekeeper of true garbage tier. This is the true garbage tier zone. I actually maybe like CM better than Lich. We'll keep Lich better than CM. Silencer. Silencer is okay. He's got 600 attack range. Decent agi. He's got a 25 attack speed talent. His innate, steal intelligence from enemy heroes, and you do bonus damage to silence targets? You do more damage to silence targets and take less damage from silence targets. Got 1.6 base attack time. There's a lot to like about Silencer. That said, level 1 stats pretty low. Base damage pretty low. Low HP. He's okay. He is in with the okay int clicker models. Would I rather be right-click Silencer, Rubik, or Lesh? Where do I put him in here? I think I like him. He's got enough more damage. Actually, I think I like him almost as much as Muerta. Yeah, we'll put him here. Okay, so he's got the damage output similar to like the Muerta and Willow. Less damage output than Willow, but better attack range. Worse attack animation than Muerta and worse stat gain than Muerta. So we're gonna put him in this area. I like Lesh here. He's fast enough is the main thing that's keeping him out of like a lower tier on Lesh. Skywrath Mage has no agility. Do not right click on Skywrath Mage. He is fast though. That's kind of cool. Put him straight into F tier. We'll put him right next to Coddle. He's similar to Coddle. I think I'd rather right click on Coddle, to be honest. 0.8 agi gain is just completely unacceptable for right click carry. Slardar, we're making good progress. Well into the S's. He is another one of those beefy strength boys. It is worth saying his innate is actually quite good. If you get Crush, the Crush will make him a very beefy, nice frontliner who has decent right-click damage. But none of those things really help you be a right-click carry. So we're going to put him in D tier. I think I like Dawn. I think I like him more than Dawn. Worse than ET? Yeah, sure. We'll put him there. Slark. Oh, Slark. Everybody loves to first pick Slark. This man, every time he attacks someone, he steals one of each of their attributes, and it becomes 1 agility apiece. If he kills one of the heroes who's under an effect of this, he permanently steals 1 agility. He's got good night vision. 300 move speed is very average. His level 1 attack speed is actually pretty good. His stat gain is terrible. It's so bad. The total number of stats he gains per level is like 6. It's less than 6. It's 5.5. It's so bad. And a lot of it's in intelligence that doesn't do you any good. That said, the innate is really good. This used to be a spell you could pick, and I think like as a spell, Essence Shift was like a pretty good second pick spell. Where do we put Slark? I'm gonna put him in C tier. I'm gonna put him right next to Ember Spirit. I actually think he's pretty good as a right-click carry. He can get chunk through. We're actually gonna put him at the very top of C tier. I would rather be a Slark carry than I would Leshrac, Rubik, Shadow Demon. Most of these heroes, Ricky, PA, Ember. Slark, despite starting with S, is not in S tier. He is in C tier. He is pretty average. He's okay. Better than way over half the roster. Rather have him than Brood, PL, Mercy. He's okay. I'd much rather be Naga carry than Slark. Yeah. Slark's bad. Slark's pretty bad. Snapfire. Snapfire is an interesting hero. She's universal. She's got bad base attack time. But she's got great stat gain. 3.5 strength, 1.9 agi. Is not great for right-click carry. She's a good all-round model. But as a right-clicker, the base attack time, the low agi gain, no talents. If you get Shredder, she's okay. Especially if you get Shredder and something else. If you get, like, you know, Shredder, Blade Dance. I mean, ideally you get Shredder, Mortal Strike. That can really cook. And then you go Snapfire. That build would own. Because you can get multiple crits from your spell, your auto attacks that are all in the air at the same time. But even something like Blade Dance, Mana Break, something like that, like Snapfire in Ulpick is not a right-click carry. So if all you have is Shredder and Snapfire, you are not a good right-click carry. It's not enough. It's not enough for Ulpick. It's not enough for ability draft. We're gonna put Snap, I think, in with these int heroes. Oh, she's not. Yeah, she's a universal. It's pretty good. The fact that you're ranged is really nice. We're gonna put her. Where do we put her? I think we're gonna put her above these int heroes. Actually, maybe these strength. I think I'm gonna put her in with the good int heroes in this tier. We're gonna bring Beastmaster down. I think Beastmaster should actually be in D tier. That's not what we're doing. Beastmaster can be at the top of D tier. The attack speed's pretty nice. And Lifestealer. I think I'm keeping AM where it is. I think I'd rather be Snap than Io though. I think we're keeping Omni there. Alright. I'm sticking with it. Sniper. Sniper's pretty good. It's got great attack animation. Good stat gain. His innate is not bad. Bonus damage. Always good. His talents are okay. You can probably get headshot if you want it. Got okay headshot talents. That said, without take aim, you've lost. You're gonna be kind of close to the enemy. So your level 1 damage is bad. Your move speed is bad. Your attack range is good, but not great. He's okay. He's pretty good. You tell me I've got to carry Sniper on my team. As long as he's got good spells, I'm happy. We're gonna put him. I think I like him better than Mirana, and better than Bat, and better than Razor. But I'm a Razor hater. I think he's like right around Razor as these like mediocre agi heroes. Mediocre ranged agi heroes in with the Miranas of the world. Spectre. Spectre has bad base attack time. He's melee, slow move speed, pretty mediocre stat growth. The innate can be good if you get Juxta, if you get Mirror Image, you get these good illusion spells. Go so hard with Juxta, but you got to get them alone for the innate to do anything. You don't really have any great talents. You get 300 health at level 20, whatever. Spectre's pretty bad. We're gonna put him in with the like melee heroes. We're gonna put him in with the specialists, the PA, the Ricky, and Spectre. I think I'd slightly prefer Ricky and PA as carries. But he has enough redeeming qualities. The innate is enough to keep him out of D tier. Just barely. Spirit Breaker. 1.9 base attack time, beefy boy, not great agi gain. Sounds like a D tier to me. We're actually going to put him at the bottom of D tier. I think he's even worse than Primal. He is not good. Storm Spirit? Storm Spirit's an interesting case where he's super slow. He's actually kind of similar to Sniper. Spirit Breaker worse than Chen? Maybe. We'll see. I'll re-look at the tier list once I'm done. 285 move speed is really bad, but you get good damage per level, good agi gain is one of the few int heroes that actually has pretty good agi gain. 1.6 base attack time. Your attack range is okay. You get a 15 HP at 15. Storm Spirit's one of those heroes where if you get your innate also gives you a buttload of mana regen. If you get Ball Lightning, if you go like good right click passive, something like I don't know, I keep coming back to Mortal Strike. First pick Mortal Strike. Second pick Ball Lightning. Third pick Storm Spirit. You can go right click on that. That's not bad. That's playable as a carry. So I like him okay. I'm gonna put him in with the mediocre but not as good as we got the good int hero, or sorry, we got the good int heroes here. We have the mediocre int heroes here, and we have the not terrible int heroes here. Is he going the good ones or the not terrible ones? I'm gonna put him in with the not terribles. I think I'd rather be Storm than Ench or Grim, but I'd rather be Shadow Demon or Rubik or Lesh than Storm. We'll put him there. All right, Sven. Sven is like all of those bad melee heroes, but he's so fast and has a nice innate for bonus damage that he's a little bit better than them. That said, he's still pretty bad as a carry. You'd much rather just have all of Sven's spells and then be some agi hero like Ember. So we're gonna put Sven in probably the top of D tier over here. Is he as good as PA? No, I think I'd rather be PA as a carry. I think I'd rather be Beast, rather be Lifestealer, PL. We're gonna put him at the very top of the beefy boy tier. Techies. Oh, techies. People go so hard. 253 damage if you get to level 25. How many games get to level 25? Not that many. Not that many. I would say, maybe a third. If you're intentionally playing for it, you can maybe get half of your games to level 25. But that means you're only like really a carry half the time. Techies is not very good. He's got good mana. He's got good range. He's universal. His agi gain is really bad. His move speed, decent. Level 1 damage, very bad. Strength gain, pretty bad. Yeah. Really the only thing keeping techies out of dumpster tier is the 253 damage. Which is okay. But is not enough to make him actually good. We're going to put techies, I think, in C tier here with these int heroes of like Storm, Grim, Ench. I like him better than these like bad agi heroes. Is that even true? I don't even know if that's true, man. I might put him down in D tier. His agi gain is so bad. His early game damage is so terrible. I've gotten burned by techies. I'm putting techies all the way down in D tier. I'd rather go brood carry than techies. Fight me. I don't care. Templar Assassin is okay. She's got good base attack time, decent move speed, good stat gain, low attack range. The innate doesn't really help you. The talents are okay. A lot of the time when you end up with Templar Assassin, it's because you first pick Side Blades, second pick Refraction, third pick Meld, fourth pick TA, maybe get a different ult. You'll see. Yeah, she's okay. We're gonna put her in with these other short-range agi heroes who don't have much else going for her. I think I'd rather be PA carry than TA carry. It's pretty close. They're both quite bad. We'll put her down here. I think I'd rather be her than Riki, though. Yeah, we'll put her between PA and Riki. That seems appropriate. Terrorblade. He's great. Good move speed, great base attack time. Oh, my game is lagging. Oh no, we have crashed. Technical difficulties. Pause, please. Pause, please. PC out of credit. We're gonna restart Dota here real quick. Close program. Dota can't handle how good of a carry TB is. It's crazy. Heroes. Please don't tell me you got rid of it. Okay, thank God. I was worried that it was just gonna be gone. Terrorblade is very good. He is. Is he better than Arc Warden? I think so. I think he's in S tier. I like him better than DP. Do I like him better than Night Stalker? Ooh, that's close. I'm gonna put him here for now. He's got insane highest base armor in the game. Great move speed. Among the best base attack time in the game. Highest agi gain in the game. Decent talents. You've got some good talents for Conjure Image, Meta, level 20 talent of 10 and 8, or 10 all stats. The innate, if you can get Juxta, Mirror Image, things like that, TB goes so hard. TB is a great illusion carry. Like Conjure Image is like an unplayably bad spell, but on TB it's okay. It's okay. Is he better than Night Stalker? That's close, man. I think he's like right here with Night Stalker. The Night Stalker innate being able to get the Hunter in the Night for free is so good. That said, I think I'd rather have a TB carry. You know, in carry matchup, we got, you know, Night Stalker with Great Cleave, TB with Empower on opposite teams, right? Those are the carries on both teams. I think I'm going TB. I'd be betting on the TB in that situation. So we're gonna put him here. Is he better than NP? He might be better than NP. Nah. He's not better than NP. All right. He is very good though. Tidehunter. Hey, he's a beefy boy with like kind of nothing going for him. His innate is whatever. His talents are bad. He used to have a 250 damage talent or something like that. He had some cool talent. It's gone. He bad. We might end up moving Chen and AA up. We'll see. I've enjoyed having them in F tier. I actually think okay, so he's better than Spirit Breaker for sure. Better than Primal. I think in with Largo and Doom. I think Doom's better than both of these guys. We'll put him like here-ish. Timbersaw. Oh hey, it's a beefy boy with even slower. Oh, who's the lowest base attack time? Yeah, it's Jug and Anti-Mage. Both have 1.4 base attack time. Yeah, Timbersaw's bad. He's got good strength gain. Very little agi. His attack animation's kind of good, but he's super slow. My god, is he bad. That said, I still like him better than Primal as a carry. Dominate's pretty good. Yeah, I agree. Tinker is an interesting hero as a carry. So, his stat gain, mediocre. His move speed, fine. Attack range, fine. Level 1 damage, fine. Armor, okay. Level 1 HP, pretty bad. Talents, nothing. Got nothing in the talents department. Innate. I love this innate. I love this innate so much. 1% item cooldown reduction per 3 intelligence, up to a maximum of 60% cooldown reduction on your items. If you go Silver Edge late game on Tinker, you can almost perma break someone. You go Manta, you get Wind Waker, you get Pike, you get BKB. You just become unkillable in the late game. You get hexing people like left and right. It's crazy. First item Midas. You know it, baby. It even works on Witchblade. Make use of your giant int bar. Do crazy damage over time. You're just like perma applying Witchblade to enemies. Tinker is... He's a weirdo, but I love him. I love Tinker. Where do I put Tinker? I think he's in with the good int heroes. Alright, we're putting him up here. Do I like him more than Silencer? I like him more than Silencer. Do I like him more than Huerta? I like him more than Huerta. I like him more than Pugna. I like him more than Willow. Do I like him as much as Ember and Slark on right-click carry? I think I like him more than Ember. Slark. I think I like him more. Yeah, I like him more than Slark. Let's do this. I think I like Jakiro's right-click carry better. I think I like Ogre better. We're gonna put him there. Tiny. Tiny bad. Zero agi gain? Bad. An 8? It's kind of good as a tank. Good strength gain. Tiny's greatest aspiration as a right-click carry is to get tree grab and grow and be all pick Tiny but worse. In ability drafts. We're actually he's an F tier. We're putting him way the hell down here. I'm putting him above CM. That's my hot take. He's better than CM. I'm actually gonna grab these worst right clickers and put them down in like complete garbage, the complete garbage zone of melee boys that have like no redeeming qualities as a right clicker. I think I'd rather be a Chen. I think I'd rather be these guys. These guys have redeeming qualities. Alright. Tree Protector. Highest base damage in the game. You can walk through trees. You can go invis for free. You get 50 base damage at level 10. That said, bad agility, pretty slow, terrible base attack time. He's an interesting hero. There are situations. He's a situational carry. Sometimes he's great if you get God's Rebuke, something like that. He can be. I would put him in the C tier of like pretty good. Without something special going for him, something to overcome the fact that he has terrible base attack time, terrible attack speed, I would probably put him in D tier. On average, we're gonna put him, I think, at the very bottom of C tier. I think I like him. Do I like him more than Brood? I think I like him less than Brood. We're gonna put him at the top of D tier. I think you've got all these beefy boys that like don't really have anything going for them, but I'd rather be a Treant than a Techies. But I'd rather be a Brood than a Treant. Stat gain on Brood is just Brood before Agi is pretty good. All right, Troll Warlord. Troll Warlord is interesting. He now has the battle stance, being able to swap between a 1.4 base attack time, which is the best in the game, melee hero, or a 1.7 base attack time ranged hero. He's slow, he has no mana, but his agility and strength gain are pretty good. I think Troll is playable. He's okay. I think I like him better than Slark. We're gonna put him at the bottom. Maybe do I like him better? I think I like him better than Troll. Or sorry, better than Ogre. The two lowest int heroes should be next to each other. We're gonna put them next to each other just like this. I think I like Jakiro a little bit better, but it's pretty situational. We'll put him here. Tusk. Tusk is one of the best beefy boys. He's sort of up there with Ogre in terms of just insane strength gain. Super tanky. He's got a big fat HP talent at 15. His innate is good for fighting people. None of these things make him a good right-click carry. He's a great offlaner. He's like top 5 offlaners. That said, he is not a right-click carry. He doesn't have anything going for him. He doesn't have the damage. We're gonna put him in with CK, Legion, and Mars. As like the good beefy boys. I'm gonna put him at the top of those. But he's melee. You need really good damage steroids to make him a good carry. Underlord. He's one of those slow strength heroes that has nothing going for him. He bad. We'll put him in here. He's better than a couple of these. Worse than a couple. I don't know, we'll do something like this. I think Doom has been overly maligned. He's better than Doom's better than Underlord. Abba can go. We'll put him in with the bad Universal Heroes. Yeah, we'll put him there. All right, Undying. Undying is very bad as a carry. You get the innate of having 2 lives, but hopefully if you're the carry, you're not dying. He's pretty good support. Pretty bad carry. I actually think I like these int heroes better. We're putting him in the dumpster tier. He just has no agility. I think I like him better than Spirit Breaker. I think I like Tide better than Spirit Breaker's the worst of these. Spirit Breaker here. Yeah, we'll do something like that. Ursa. Ursa's actually okay. You're an agility hero. Your stat gain is whatever. You're okay move speed, okay attack speed. Your damage is really bad in the early game. It's so rough, man. But you have decent HP. His innate is okay. You get a little bit of bonus damage, so solves your like really early game problems. But if you are getting harassed in lane, it's pretty rough. Calling Ursa okay is generous. I agree. He's going in D tier. With these melee heroes that have very few redeeming qualities. I think I'd rather be Sven, rather be Kunkka, rather be Centaur, rather be Clinks, Clock, Mercy, Nyx. I'm gonna put him next to Abba as like really bad right-click carry, but you could do it. Look, I'm not gonna stop you.
Fuzzy wuzzy.
He has better base attack time than Sven, is his main redeeming quality compared to Sven. Remember, this is only for right-click carries. Venge, great right-click carry. 1.5 base attack time. Your attack range is okay. You're pretty fragile, but your damage output is great. You also get a decent innate. If you get Wave of Terror, which is usually pretty easy to pick up, you get a 15 and a 20 talent that are both super solid. Your innate makes you both ranged and melee, so you can do things like get a Hydra's Breath and Cleave, or Hydra's Breath plus Basher, or stuff like that. She's great. Like her a lot. We're gonna put her, I think, like decently high in A tier. I think I like her. I like Morph more. She's similar to Morph. Yeah, we'll put her here. I like her a lot. Venomancer. Venomancer's a weird one. Okay, so slow, normal base attack time, mediocre range, terrible stat gain. However, you're a universal hero and you get Poison Sting. Poison Sting is really good. Poison Sting is really good, and you have really high base attack speed. And your agility gain, your stat gain overall is terrible. But your agility gain in particular is actually pretty good. Your attack animation is good. Your projectile is pretty good. Your talents, since you get Poison Sting for free, you get a 10 and a 15 talent that are both pretty good. Venomancer, despite being very garbage at a bunch of stuff, is actually an okay right clicker. He's going in C tier. I like him better than TA, PA. Like him better than these bad int heroes. I like him better than these strength heroes. I'm putting him in with these okay int heroes. I think I'd rather be an AM. I'd rather be an Earth Spirit. I'd rather be an Io. I think Io needs to come down here. Io can join these int heroes over here. It seems like the natural pairing. But Io's so fast. No, he's staying down there. He has like no agility, no attack speed. I think I'd rather be Veno than Io. If you can fix the mobility and the fact that you're fragile, Veno's pretty good. His damage output is high enough that he can actually genuinely carry a game. Viper. Viper is very similar to Veno, actually. He's got better attack range, he's even slower, and his damage output is a little bit better, but he doesn't get the Poison Sting for free. He's good with illusions. Predator works on illusions at full damage. So there are certain contexts where Viper is great. I think of him as like high damage, super fragile, super slow hero. He's going in probably B tier somewhere. I'd rather be a Jug. I'd rather be a Mirana. I'd rather be an OD with Arcane Orb. But I'd rather be Viper than Bane, I think. Bane's a lot faster, but specifically as a carry, the Bane can have damage output problems that Viper just doesn't have. So we're gonna put him here. Visage. Visage is another weird one. He's a universal hero, good range, terrible agility gain. Your talents don't help you. Your innate is quite good for getting around the map, being able to go for pickoffs. It's not really something you usually want to do as a pause one, but in the late game, positioning for team fights is super clutch. Um, Keeps you from getting jumped, lets you jump the backline if that's what you need to do. Um, Visage is a bad hero with a good innate, is where I would put Visage. We're gonna put him in with the heroes with redeeming qualities tier. I think I'd rather be Visage than PA, but I think I'd rather be Ench than Visage most of the time. They're both pretty bad. Void Spirit. Void Spirit's interesting. He's got good stats, good stat gain, a little bit of bonus attack range. He gets bonus stats from his stats, his attack damage, health regen, mana regen, and attack speed from strength, int, and agility. He's okay. He's slow. He's melee. But amongst the slow melee tier, he's pretty good. I'm actually going to go put him right next to Earth Spirit, who has similar problems, but has somewhat similar redeeming qualities. Earth Spirit has like natively, if you get Rolling Boulder, your mobility is really good. Void Spirit has good damage output. He's similar to AM in that way. Good damage output, ends up kind of tanky. Warlock. Warlock has terrible agility gain, but he's got good attack range. His innate sometimes is great. His attack animation is pretty good. Amongst int heroes, with honestly nothing that really helps them right click, like nothing about Warlock makes him a good right clicker, I think he's the best bad int right clicker. So we're going to put him at the top of F tier. I think I like him better than Shen, even though his agility gain is worse. Yeah, I'm sticking with that. Weaver is slow as hell, bad attack range, bad base attack time, pretty good agility gain. Super squishy early on. You get out of that a little bit as you get the level 10 talent. Pretty good talents. You can usually get like Geminate. If you get like, I don't know. Say you get Mortal Strike, then you go Geminate, then you pick up Weaver. Well, you'd pick up a bunch of other stuff, and then you pick up Weaver as your last pick. That's pretty good. My god, is he slow. He's as slow as Viper, but he's got like 150 less attack range. And bad base attack time. Weaver is pretty rough. We're going to put Weaver somewhere in D tier. I think I'm going to put him like next to... Do I like him more or less? I'm going to put him below the not beefy boys with redeeming qualities, but above the beefy boys with no redeeming qualities. Yeah, we'll put him here. We'll put him next to Phoenix, actually. We'll put Phoenix up here. Weaver and Phoenix are pretty similar. Weaver's got better damage output. Phoenix, like, is actually tanky. We're closing in on the end. Wind Ranger. Wind Ranger's an interesting one. Before she gets her Aghanims, she's pretty bad. She's got low base damage. Actually, okay base damage. Super slow. Good attack range, good base attack time, no talents. Her innate. However, if you get Aghanims, every single auto attack gives you Tailwind. Tailwind gives you 35% move speed for 2.5 seconds, or maybe a little longer. Something like 3.5? Yeah, 3.5 seconds. So, if you get good attack range and some other Aghanims upgrade, and you get Wind Ranger, you can really, really dominate. If you can get out of the laning stage where you're low... Wind Ranger's an interesting case where she has low base attack speed, but her base attack time means that all attack speed that you get is that much more effective on her. So if you can get, your Mjolnir or whatever as your attack speed item, she can really pop off. We're going to put Wind Ranger, I think, above Arc Warden. We're going to put her somewhere in S tier. I think I like her better than Death Prophet. I think I like her, honestly, I think I like her better than NP. I think I'm putting her here as like worst. Man, is she better than Dusa? I think she's like, it's hard to compare Dusa and Wind Ranger because they're polar opposites. Wind Ranger wants to be fast and kite around the fight, with her Aghanims upgrade, whereas Dusa is just a rock. Wind and NP are pretty similar. I agree. I think Wind is just mostly better NP at this point because of the innate. If you don't have another Aghanims upgrade, though, I would probably actually put Wind Ranger down here next to just above Death Prophet. As like, again, very good, but not godly. Wyvern's bad. She's a ranged int hero, low range, low move speed int hero with bad agi gain. Her innate's cool. You can get level 5 in some abilities, but I haven't seen any right-click abilities that are good with Winter Wyvern. I think she's worse than Lich. Yeah, we'll put her next to Lich in garbage tier. Yeah, it lets you get a what I think of as level 4.5. Where's Largo? We'll revisit the whole list here. And let people take a peek at it once we're done. We're closing down in the end. Witch Doctor, bad int hero, no redeeming qualities. He can join F tier. Three heroes not visible. 2 heroes not visible. We're gonna put him right next to Lich. I think he's probably better than Lich. Still very bad. Largo has his own tier. Of course, he's the best. Wraith King. Wraith King's a weird one. He's got bad base attack time, bad stat gain, melee, pretty good, okay move speed. Quite good innate. You get lifesteal, which is great on the clickers, and you become a Wraith when you die, so you can still get some damage out even after dying. I really like Wraith King if you're going to build an Aghanim Scepter anyway, since it makes your Vampiric Spirit become an aura, that your teammates also become Wraiths when they die. However, none of those things make him, I mean, aside from the lifesteal, none of those things make him a good pause 1. All of those things make him a pretty good pause 3 or a pause 4 who's going to build an Ags. Yeah, none of those things make him a good pause 1. So he's actually pretty bad at being a pause 1. The lifesteal keeps him out of this zone with like the bad tanky boys. We're gonna put him up with the good tanky boys. I'll put him just below techies. I think I'd rather be techies. Last hero, Zeus. He is another low agi int hero, okay move speed, bad attack range. He is a terrible carry. He is not good. Z for Zeus. He's better than Shaman. I think he's worse than CM. I think I'd rather be a CM carry. He's got a good innate. That's true. He does have a good innate. Maybe his innate puts him above these garbage. Yeah, I'd rather be Zeus than Winter Wyvern's too high. Lich is too high. Witch Doctor. I think these beefy boys I'd rather be. We'll put the beefy boys in between Coddle and Sky, because there's actually a pretty big gap there. Alright, we're going to put Zeus below Meepo, but above Oracle. His innate doesn't work? Oh, yeah, never mind. Alright, he can join Wyvern down here. I haven't gone Zeus right-click since his innate worked. Tiny has to be the worst? I don't know, I think Enigma's worse. Alright, so this is the full right-click carry tier list. Number 1, Number 1, Shadow Fiend. Best right-clicker in the game. Number 2, Drow Ranger. Also excellent. Good early pick in the right pool. You can overall first pick Drow Ranger and be very happy with it. Gyro. Super fast. Great attack animation. Excellent armor. Actually, I'm gonna put, I think Luna's better than Gyro. We're gonna put Luna up here. We're gonna put Gyro down a couple stages. We're gonna do a little bit of massaging here. You have to fix the fact that Gyro has low damage. He's got good agi gain, but it's not amazing. And so his damage scaling over time is very good, but not incredible. Do I like him? Yeah. I think I like Luna better. I think Luna overall is a better model than Gyro. For right-click carry. Dusa, super tanky. If you can get an illusion build, she's broken. Wind Ranger. Super fast if you get the Aghanims. Without an Aghanims, I'd put her at the bottom of S tier. Nature's Prophet. Great base attack time, good stat gain. Yeah. He used to be the best. He's fallen down to merely good. Gyro, great move speed. Good armor. Yeah, great model. Terrorblade, highest agility gain in the game. Among the best base attack time at 1.5. Excellent synergy with illusions. A lot to love there. Night Stalker, one of the best, probably second best innate in the game. Keeps him, otherwise he'd be down here in the dumpster tier. Second best innate in the game. Really, really good hero. High base damage. You are restricted to mostly fighting at night, but you can probably pick Dark Ascension up, and it'll also give your team a lot of vision, which is quite good. And Death Prophet, kept out of A tier by having a really good innate. Good move speed, cooldown reduction, good talents, HP, and attack speed. The attack speed comes a little bit too late. You wish the attack speed was on level 10, and the health was on 15, and then she'd be a better carry. Yeah, Night Stalker innate is good, or the Ags is good. You get killing an enemy hero resets all basic abilities. You get that with meta. Ooh, baby, you're cooking. And then down in A tier, we have heroes that have good qualities in general. I'm not going to go every single hero. Either just overall good stat gain, good attack range, one of the tankiest heroes in the game with good base attack time, good damage output, and with decent range and move speed, or high quality innates on agi heroes. In B tier, we have quite a few oddballs. OD with Arcane Orb, Bloodseeker with his innate giving him sustain, Naga's super fast, Jug has crazy high damage output, Mirana's got good synergy with Leap, which you know is going to be in the pool, Batrider can be incredible, can be mediocre, depending on how much you're making use of his innate. It does damage over time. Faceless Void being immune to his own ultimate, Ogre being one of the highest base damage and tankiest heroes in the game, Bounty Hunter with crazy armor, good base attack time, good move speed, all come together to solve his kind of mediocre stat growth to make him, I think, a pretty good carry. In C tier, we have most of the good int heroes, so things like Tinker, Pugna, Huerta, Silencer, Storm Spirit, Enchantress, Leshrac, Rubik. Some of the bad agi heroes like Anti-Mage, Phantom Assassin, Templar Assassin, Ricky. Some heroes with some redeeming qualities like some of the better beefy boys, CK, Legion, Tusk. Actually, I think CK is too high. We're moving CK down. CK is going to B tier. I think I'd rather be a Treant than a CK. I'd rather be Wraith King. We'll put CK just below Kunkka. CK's not that bad. I agree. He's not that bad. He's also not good. Legion and Mars, I think, have enough redeeming qualities between their innates and their high move speed, or Tusk's massive tankiness that keep him out of D tier. In D tier, you have a whole bunch of beefy boys with very few redeeming qualities. At the top of D tier, you have Broodmother, who has great damage output and stat gain, but is so goddamn slow. Just so slow. You also have in C tier, most of these are just the beefy boys. I just put all the beefy boys here. You've got a couple of the universal heroes who are just like melee, okay, decent. Darkseer has an okay innate, but bad stats. Kind of slow melee. Yeah. And in F tier, we have all the decent ranged int heroes: Warlock, Chen, Puck, Ancient Apparition, OD without Arcane Orb, Lion Ringmaster, all those guys. And then we have the beefy boys who are absolutely terrible at right-clicking. Like 0 agi gain, low base attack time, low move speed. Tiny is tanky, but has nothing else going for him. You're just hoping to be all pick Tiny. He is not good. And then even below those are the int heroes who are just really bad. Actually, just because I hate him so much, we're putting Invoker at the bottom. Invoker is complete garbage. Absolutely terrible. At the very bottom, We're putting Invoker there. I don't know why I had Enigma below him. He's got lowest base damage in the game, I think. Terrible move speed, among the lowest move speeds in the game. Okay stat growth, except for the fact that you can't take stats out of your talent tree. Your innate Invoke bugs a bunch of random Aghanim Scepter upgrades, so they just don't work. He is not good. Terrible armor, low base HP. You've got pretty good mana, but you're right-clicking. We're talking about the right-click tier list. This guy is awful. Yeah, don't go Invoker right-click. Don't go Invoker in general. He's not good. He bad. But yeah, that is my right-click carry tier list. Thanks for watching. Thanks for let me know what you disagree with. Where do you put who's your baby? You got a Largo? Rob was asking where Largo's at. You tell me that this guy's a god right clicker. Send me a game. Tell me I'm wrong. Bring it on. I know I'm right. I know you're wrong. All right. Thanks for watching. Love you guys.